Yeah, that's Homer. Someone fire off the command. What's up, Fusion Blaze? I'm on it. All right, and we're back with a deck from a Mad Genius. This is actually the third or fourth 5-0 that they've had with a deck similar to this. Previous versions were white, blue, red, green. This one's black, blue, red, green, which I, of course, am super excited about ever since Iceberg ate it to the banning of Arkham's Astrolabe and Uro. Not in that order. So what are we playing here? We're playing what I'm only going to refer to as Banana King Control, because the only other name you could call this is like black, blue, red, green, 4-color Wrenn and Six Urza Saga Lurrus. So, as the name that I just gave it implies, we got 4 Urza Saga and 4 Wrenn and Six. Which clearly is a powerful combination of cards. And then we're a Lurrus deck because, you know, then we have a reason to play 4 Mishra's Bauble as artifacts that will, in some ways, power up our Saga, in some ways, synergize with Lurrus. And so that's something. Then we've got a little toolbox of artifacts that we can fetch up off our Urza Saga Chapter 3. Pithing Needle has all sorts of use in Modern right now, so that's a pretty clear one. We've got one of the Underworld Cookbook. This, of course, is very nice with Urza Saga's construct. It can also be good in the mid to late game against aggressive decks, and we can discard cards that are not useful in the matchup to create food tokens, both to pump our constructs and to sacrifice to gain life. We can also use we can use 4 mana here to buy back a Lurrus to our hands, replay the Lurrus, and then replay the Cookbook, which gives us a sort of endless access to the Lurrus or whatever else that we're looking for. We've got 1 Nihil Spellbomb, just overall good graveyard hate. We've got 1 Chromatic Star for reasons. I guess it's color fixing that draws us a card, so it's like a free draw in the mid to late game, and it's not bad with Lurrus. And 1 Brainstone, so this is 2 mana tap sacrifice, and then you get to Brainstorm. Again, this helps us get rid of some cards that may not be useful in the matchup we found ourselves in. And then 1 of Mox Amber, which, as has been pointed out, only gives us mana if we have either Wrenn and Six, Kroxa, or Lurrus in play, or maybe one of our sideboard Ashiok Dream Renders. We've got 2 Damnations here. It does seem to be the case that there are a lot of decks that are creature-focused, creature-oriented, that are very resilient to spot removal, but really don't have a great plan if you hit them with a Damnation. We got 4 Thought Seasons to clear the way, 3 Fatal Push, is still some of the best removal. We got a 1 of Unholy Heat, though. Card is very, very good. Deals 2 damage to target creature or planeswalker, but if you have Delirium, which we frequently will, you deal 6 damage, so it'll be useful against Primeval Titans or planeswalkers. We've got 2 of Nature's Claim. This is a little crazy to see in the main deck, but we can destroy our own artifacts if we need to gain 4 life against aggressive decks, but more importantly, we can destroy Urza Sagas out of our opponent's deck. We can destroy all manner of things. So that's pretty good in the format in general right now. 3 Snapcaster Mage is a Doomblade. For anyone who's not aware of this, destroy target non-black creature for 1 to black. Yep. Some Drowned Locks, Expressive Iteration. I've played this in control decks before. It is pretty good. From turn 3 forward, it really helps you hit land drops. Especially if you have a lot of cheap spells in your deck, you can get some really good value off this. We got 1 Kroxa, 1 Assassin's Trophy, the aforementioned Wrenn and Sixes, and some Damnation. So, I mean, this is just like a control pile like I've never seen before. I mean, I kind of have. The first time I saw the original Iceberg control, it felt a lot like seeing this. So I'm really, really excited. How does it win? Don't worry about it. We'll get there. Or not, like, to be perfectly honest. But this player has managed to 5-0 multiple times with similar decks to this one. Started off in white, still with the Lurrus, still with the Wrenn and Six, so it was white, blue, black, red, green. Has since switched over to black, which I'm more excited about. Was playing exactly the same number of Wraths in the previous version. Was playing 2 Supreme Verdicts in that one. Now we've got 2 Damnations. It was crazy. The Bant version looked like it was supposed to be a Bring to Light deck, but it wasn't playing Bring to Light. I think it's very likely that Spike's BTL Lurrus decks could possibly just be better than this, but I'm just excited to try playing Urza Saga in a deck like this, because this is definitely like an F&M deck that I would see myself playing. If I'm not looking to be competitive, this is the kind of grindy control nonsense I would love to try to win matches of Modern with. I mean, we've got a turn 1 Bobble Trick to try to hit an extra lands. We got Polluted Delta, which gets one of our Triomes. I think we have Zagoth and Ketria. I sure hope so. Yeah, we do. So we're going to go for probably Zagoth on one here. Let's go Babel. Polluted Delta. Shoot myself. Yeah. Wrenn and Six on top. I mean, I really want to draw that, but I'm pretty sure I shouldn't. But I really want to draw that, but I definitely shouldn't. And then let's look at the overall shape of this deck. Color-wise, I definitely am supposed to have black early for most matchups. All right. We're on 23 lands, but 4 of them are Urza Saga, which is a little sketch. Hopefully we're in a matchup where having the Pithing Needle 1 is going to be good here. Oh, Thoughtseize is a good one. Thoughtseize and Needle here. Ragavan. Well, that's a little annoying. They didn't play it off of fetch land, so this Drown in the Loch is not live. Snapcaster Mage to block sounds a little speculative. So we're probably just fetching to fix our mana here. Let's see what else they've got going on. Okay, so this is just like Jeskai Ragavan. Time Raveler's a pain, especially with Spell Queller. So I could aggressively needle their Scalding Tarn. I might want to do that because I'm doubting that they're going to have a lot of good targets for it in general. So I need to get something with red here. Red, black, or red, blue. It's probably my preference. Am I going to need double blue for anything? Snap, Drown, probably. So I guess Watery Grave. No, but I need the red if I draw Wrenn and Six, especially. And I'm playing one of Scalding Tarn, right? I think that's correct. Thanks for the follow there. Hold on. No, we're not playing any Scalding Tarns. Thanks for the follow there, Slamulet. Oh, that's kind of weird. So maybe we can keep them off their 3rd mana. Whoa. Already at 14, not feeling so good. And I'm keeping them off their 3rd mana, but they have a Ragavan, so not really at all. They hit Wrenn and Six? Oh my god. Gross. That's nonsense. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. This stupid card. I guess I have to kill it now. God. I mean, at least they don't have a fetch land for now. If they hit a Flood Strength. You know what? I'm good to be done with this game. I don't care anymore. I'm just gonna scoop that one up. Didn't have early removal. They had the Ragavan, and then that happened, and I'm done. I don't need to play more of that game. So what you get for trying to be clever? What are you talking about? Are you saying I should have waited with my Pithing Needle so that I could Pithing Needle Wrenn and Six? Is that what you're telling me? That's what the play was? Should have been luckier. Okay, got it. Yeah. Well, that's definitely true, right? Definitely should have been luckier there. That's okay, though. We've got reasonable sideboard cards here. I don't think I want Veil of Summer. Damnation, we'll see. Doomblade, probably have to keep that. Discard spells, probably fine. Nature's Claim is probably fine. We're going to have to deal with Kaldras, and this deck doesn't have great answers for Kaldra. So none of these cards help me against Stoneforge Mystic, which I assume they're playing. Not necessarily, but I think they will be. Wait, did I see equipment in their hand that would make me think they were playing? It was Teferi, Spellqueller, and just lands. So I don't think so. Monkey was bananas. I mean, we just didn't have turn one removal, right? Like, I was on the play, and as I've said, I kept a totally normal hand for modern, and I got horribly punished for it, right? That's what Ragavan is. It looks like Jeskai Monkey Blade? I guess so. But, like, it didn't, right? Because they were playing Spellquellers. That deck doesn't normally play Spellquellers. Keeping the Spellbomb because they probably have... I want to say... Why am I boarding in Aether Gusts? I don't need Aether Gusts. Okay. That monkey meant business. Exactly. Well, it's immediately stole a friggin' Wrenn and Six, right? And I had just shuffled one away, which was just so incredibly unlucky. We could have had turn 2 Wrenn and Six on the play against their monkey, but we didn't, and we got. That's all right. Kept a slightly sketchy hand. I got horrifyingly punished for it. Turn 2 Wrenn and Six. Yep. Opponent keeps their 7. No monkey today. Okay, that's good. Okay, so this is us having Ragavan on the play, essentially. Dash? Stoneforge. Okay. I actually don't have a removal spell for that right now, which really sucks. But I do have Pithing Needle, so that'll do for now. Force? Jesus. Okay. That's horrifying. Jesus. Okay, I guess we're screwed again. Okay. Right on. I love Force of Negation. Is there any way they can miss sequence in a way that helps me? No, not at all, right? Do I have any reasonable out for the Calder complete? Nope. Nope. Wow. That feels bad. Did I have anything in the sideboard that could have helped me here? No, it didn't feel like it, and I feel like... I mean, technically Veil of Summer, but... They're playing Spellquellers into Fairies, so Veil of Summer feels pretty bad. I think it's worth just taking an extra second here to try to figure out if I have an out. because I don't think that I do. Just dead. I can't draw into anything. Everything will just die to the Kaldra. We don't have Shadow Spear, which is a potential out. If they fetch first, nope. Because they've already got 2 lands and they're read Duke's power ranking. I didn't. I mean, I guess that's exciting. Hammer League was great. It was 4-1. I'm just trying to. Sorry, I'm just grieving right now. I Zagoth Triome, pick up a land. I don't think we can win this game anymore, which sucks. It's just over to this. That just sucks. Nothing I can do because we're not playing Teferi. No, because they already had the 2 mana Epson, so they just would activate it in response to me, right? They already had 2 lands in play, so even if they play a fetch and they fetch and that puts the second card in their graveyard, yeah, it just doesn't matter. Yeah, we're just dead. We just have no out. There's no answer for this in this deck. That's unfortunate. This deck has answers for everything, but not for an indestructible creature with an indestructible equipment. I mean, I had an answer for it, and then they had the Force Negation. That was the answer for the Stoneforge. It wasn't an answer for Kaldra. But that's fine. We lost to one of the best decks in the format with a very good draw both games. I mean, the first one was really bad, but their first draw was really sketchy if the opponent had a single piece of removal on turn 1 or 2. I mean, it wasn't really bad, but it was poor. They had Ragavan on 1 and then nothing else till 3. But I guess if the Ragavan connected, they had turn 2 to Fairy. So, I don't know. They high rolled it and they won. Nothing wrong with that. It's a crappy way to start the league, but needed a 1 of reality shift. I think we just got a reality shifted, Roy. I don't think I need the card in my deck. Channel Fireball. You got Kaldra. I feel bad for you, son. I got 75 cards, but a Kaldra ain't one. Latest articles. Modern Living End. Tablemon. Words Limited. Modern Power Ranking. Hold on. No, they didn't. I mean, technically they got the deck in there, but they called it Jeskai Turns. CFB puts out a lot of content, so I don't mean to criticize them. But yeah. I do like that the giant buy this deck button is probably very functional. Oh, it's soon Doobu Doobu. This human being 5-0'd with Urza Saga Mono Red. Alright, keep this one. No Wrenn and Six, but everything else in the hand seems wonderfully solid. Huh. My deck made the power ranking of 14th. Are they actually ranked by power, or are these just like the top tier decks? Or like tier 2 plus? I didn't actually read the premise of the article. I guess we actually can't cast Wrenn and Six with this hand, which is kind of awkward. But we get Ketria Triome, play turn 2 Kroxa. Plains, Aether Vial. Okay. From that point, we should be able to play pretty much anything. Yeah, credit Mana Symbol. That would have been great. So when my Saga goes off on turn 5, what am I getting? Like Pithing Needle, I guess? We'll see. Certainly going to be a little... Walking Ballista. Is this mono white Heliod? They're not on 80 cards. It's white something. Alright, well. Begone, tempo advantage! What do you got? Giver. Probably just kill that now. Oh my god. Brutal. Alright, and they fetch. Giver fruits. This has got to be mono white Heliod. It is. It's absolutely cool. Gilly Bean Jr. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know. And yes, very much so far, Jiggy. Last match was determined by my opponent playing a turn 2 monkey in game 1, which we couldn't find answers for, and then they grabbed a Wrenn and Six off my deck. And then in game 2, they played Stoneforge into Cauldron Complete with Force Negation backup for my Pithing Needle. And now here we're against mono white, which is outvaluing me handily. Like, they're not even trying hard. They're just crushing me with value right now. Yeah, monkey stealing Wrenn and Six was not fun. Jeez, no land, huh? I don't even know what I'm getting with this, but it seems not the greatest. I guess Cookbook helps me start pumping my dudes. Because none of the rest of these cards really get me to... Like, I guess Chromatic Star theoretically draws me towards a land, but, like... Not going so hot so far. Yep. Called shot. Oh, no. Yeah. Well, I guess if they attack with that, I will trade. Will I? Does that make sense? No, it doesn't make sense. I don't need to do that. Oh, I don't know, Fae Frog. It just seemed sweet. The person's 5-0'd with decks that look exactly like this in multiple forms, so... I mean... Maybe it's silly of me to have faith in it, but I just thought, like, I love these kind of decks where it's just like, it's a pile of cards. It sure is a pile, and it definitely consists of cards. Like, I'm just a sucker. Yeah. I don't know if it's fine, Jiggy, but I mean, it's fine. There's no better way to describe that. It's like, eh? I mean, depending on how they play this, their board could fall apart very badly. Yeah, I agree. It's fine to have a 1-0 Kroxa in your deck. It's taking what, my cookbook? That'll be fine. Yeah, all right. Ditch my Nature's Claim here. I'm more annoyed that it's exiling it. We got 2 5/5s. Oh, they put the counter on Heliod. Interesting. Attacking with a Heliod. And I can't shut it off. They have just too many pips. But what I can do is make a 1/1 and then and jump block with that. The freaking Heliod. Ugh. And they had the Auriok champion early. So just, yeah, just nonstop with this. Alright. Playing Cookbook without Oval Chase is not the same experience. I will definitely say that much. Oh great, we drew our Mox Amber. I mean, it pumps my constructs. It's not nothing. It's okay. It's still good. They have 2 creatures in hand though, like, and I was hoping I'd get to shut their Heliod off at some point, but they just have so many freaking pips. Like this turn they can play Giver and Esper Sentinel. I mean, hopefully they keep splitting up their counter here, but I don't think they will. I think they're going to put it on the Heliod because they're smart enough to realize that if it's big enough... Oh, they're putting it on the Sentinel. Oh, that's an even bigger pain. Luminarch Aspirin. Good God. Opponent crushing you with 3 lands. I guess this is fair because I did beat Yawgmoth with 0 lands in play when I was playing Hammer Time last round. So like that was pretty obnoxious. Wait, what? You didn't make your Heliod big enough. There's not attacking, huh? I guess they don't have good attacks anymore. What? Okay. Yeah, it's mono white Heliod. Pioneer in the flesh. Of course. Of course I forgot about the interaction that's been happening all game. All right. Of course I did. Of course I did. Of course I did. It was just, what an obnoxious draw. Just nothing but 2-for-1s. Taking their Aether Vial. Thank God we got rid of their Aether Vial or we would have gotten run over. All right. I guess Dauthi Void? No. Again, we have like no sideboard cards. Feels like nothing particularly relevant. Like the main deck should be so good here, but they've got Auriok champions and nothing but 2-for-1s. I think we'll be fine. We just like I need them not to have Auriok champion on the first couple turns because that was like the biggest problem was that it was teaming up with Heliod to just make everything impossible. Although I guess if they had played the Giver out earlier, that also would have been a problem because they just could have made something pro-colorless every turn and just smashed me. I'm a little bit curious why they didn't. Obviously, they didn't need to, but I don't know. Like Damnation would have been fine in a lot of spots. So we just had a pretty sketchy draw. Oh, we got mana. I thought these. All right. Is there any turn 1 play I need to dodge? No, because I've got Nature's Claim for Aether Vial. So let's just play the Triome. Get my mana settled. Yeah, that's fine. Fetch Shock Blood Crypt, maybe? Oh, I can get a swamp now. Blood Crypt means if I draw Wrenn and Six next turn, I can use it. I'm probably not too worried about my life total in this matchup. No, this is much more like Strifo Pile than Poke Pile. Poke Pile is like a mid-range / tempo deck. Like, because it's all, there's so much mana denial, right? And it's like kind of all about that. Sanctifier Alvec. I think I gotta toast that one. Oh yeah, but I mean, when you, if you, yeah, I mean that's what this one looks like. If you actually like, if you see Poke Pile get played, by Jeff or other people who know it, like it's a very powerful, like it was a very powerful sort of mid-range engine. It's quite the thing to behold. Yeah. No, there's lots of pile decks. There's Check Pile is an entire archetype that's not named after a specific person. So pile is a specific to Legacy term for like just a bunch of really good valuable cards. Like not valuable as in money, like value cards, like 2-for-1s and such. Grabs Giver. They're always grabbing Giver in this deck. I'm not convinced on that one. So I can cycle my Chromatic Star to turn on Unholy Heat here, or I think I just want to vomit out a construct this turn. Play Chromatic Star. I know their hand is Giver and Skyclave. I don't really feel like feeding them anything for the Skyclave at the moment. Hey, it's Ghost. We had a really good 4-1 with Hammer Time earlier. And now we're very quickly heading towards the O2 bracket with Banana King control here. But I'm really excited about it. I'm excited about my O2. I love this deck, and I don't need it to be anything more than it's been for me so far. I'm just excited to be here. Yeah, lots of people got hammered. Yeah, okay. So that's going to biff it to Unholy Heat, probably. Do I do Mutually Assured Destruction here and and go Needle Sagas? I don't think I do, but it's... I always love to think of... What's the stupid thing to do? Like, they'll still get to tutor, but... Needle Canyon? No, I don't think so. I think I'd rather get something more useful, more powerful. Plus, I'm going to kind of need these food tokens in the near future, I think. My life total is getting a little hairy. Pretty sure I'm thought seizing them here. I'm going to melt their Giver. What does Skyclave do right now? Nothing. It just threatens my Lurrus. But, like, we can get through that. Let's kill the Giver. I could have kneeled the Giver. I guess that was a consideration. I can attack here. If they put in a 1-1 and then make it a 2-2, I'm not concerned about that. It's free real estate. There's a construct in the back. No. Oh, they're gonna needle the cookbook, right? Maybe. Probably not. I don't think they needle a cookbook. Maybe they do. Certainly an option. Yeah, no, they needle my cookbook. All right. Touche, opponent. You're too big brain for me. So we've got Snap Nature's Claim if I need it. If I set up Lurrus now, what do I get out of it? Just cycle Chromatic Star. It's not exciting. And then they're gonna Skyclave Apparition it. I think I'm definitely supposed to sack this. Sack it for mostly any color I want. Pretty sure I am feeding the Lurrus into the... Maybe not. So Snap Nature's Claim, make a food, but then they can make a construct. So their guys will be 4/4s, my guys will be 4/4s. Doesn't really help me. Probably just snap now. Oh, and then I can trophy? Yeah. All right. I get it. I like it. All right. I think I just grabbed the Unholy Heat. They could Ranger Captain to stop this, but I really don't think I care. It's basically a removal spell that way, either way. They did it. Crazy bastard did it. All right. Fine by me. I'll keep my resources. Opponent? Yeah, you don't need to do that. So they can play Giver pre-combat here without any consideration. They might be considering playing the Skyclave to shrink my constructs by removing my cookbook. We'll see. Got a complicated board state. Complicated board state. I'm really hoping they don't Skyclave my cookbook again. That was really frustrating. But I mean, I guess it means they won't have it for Lurrus, so it's not so bad. Sheesh. All right. Not making a construct this turn, huh? That's gross. It's very gross. Oh, they're putting on the champion. All right. Okay, I guess I would really like to draw Damnation. Damnation. Do I want to kill... No, not really. Well, that's a good draw. Because this should at least distract their Skyclave Apparition with something. Get back a Saga? Yes, please. Deck doesn't seem to use constructs super well. I agree with you. But it uses Sagas better than most. I don't know if that matters, but it's kind of neat. So I got two 5/5s here. Shoot. Soul Guide Lantern. Ugh. Okay. So if I trophy their Needle, then discard my Lurrus, then I have a 5/5 against their 5/5. Is that correct? No, it's not. Probably just chump with Snapcaster. Especially because I'm about to play a Lurrus. No, that just makes sense. All right. This deck is incredibly weird. I like it. I don't know if it's any good, but I mean, jeez. All right. At least they don't seem to be doing it. They still have this Skyclave though that they have not played. They're just saving it for Lurrus, and like I can't keep up with their pressure. I think I should kill their Needle now though. Should I? No, probably not. All right. Well, this is the point in the game where we should be able to pull forward. We'll see if that actually works, but are they going to Soul Guide me? No, they didn't. If I played Lurrus, they definitely will, though. Probably should have held the Misty Rainforest to pitch the cookbook. Yeah, I definitely should have. Oh. Because now I'm just pitching a Lurrus to it, and I didn't need to do that. In fact, I have exactly enough mana where I shouldn't have had to do that. Yeah, I see. Well, so they could just go Ranger Captain, get Walking Ballista, play Walking Ballista X1. Do they have a land in there? No. They have Ranger Captain. Oh, they had Ranger Captain +1. Now that they drew. We'll see. We'll see. Sure. Oh, but they have Esper Sentinels. Yeah. Rats. If they're clever, they will get an Esper Sentinel. Walking Ballista. Interesting. Oh, God. There's the land. All right. I'm sure there was a way I could have done better in that game, but they just got ahead with their constructs and stuff. But again, like any time there, if we'd actually found one of our 2 Damnations, we would have been in great shape. Just really destroy their board. But just didn't have the time. All right. Yeah, this is I mean, I love this deck. I am so excited by it, but I cannot begin to figure out these sequences so far, which I'm definitely interested in. Maybe in the O2 bracket, we'll get a slightly more forgiving one. The Jeskai Monkey Blade felt completely unfair. That was someone playing a very tuned, very straightforwardly powerful deck, which we with excellent draws. You know, that one was a little bit more reasonable, and I feel like we should have been able to win that second game, but I'm not entirely sure at what point it kind of went sideways. Like, I'm sure my opening sequence where I let them play their Aether Vial, then I thought seized on 2 and blew up their... Wow, this mana sucks. Okay. Well. Yep, that's a keep. So go Zagoth on 1. Oh, they've mulled a 5. Goodness gracious. All right. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Opponent Otto von Hag. Lantern? Bogles? Maybe it's the Slippery Boys. Brainstone on top. Yeah, I guess, because there's a chance we might want to shuffle away some of the cards in this hand. Okay. Oh, is it the BS deck? Is it the Warp World deck? I bet it's the Warp World deck. Yeah, I mean, I like it too. It's just like, it's clearly very difficult to actually play it. Welcome to the O2 bracket. Yeah. I mean, we should be able to win this matchup, right? Like, we're a control deck with blue cards. Unfortunately, we're also a control deck with black cards. But like, you know, we just started attritioning them now, and, you know, hopefully that works out. Discards Omniscience. Oh yeah, it's the nonsense deck. Red card's good against them? No, I was specifically commenting on, like, blue is the color you want to play to beat that deck. If you're playing, like, Miracles or BTL Lurrus Control, like, you should have a reasonable matchup against this nonsense. For 23 land deck, we've done a lot of missing our early land drops. Cascade. Cascade. Yep. So they get four shots here at the nuts. Yep. Well, they got an Omniscience. How good is their hand? Emrakul. They lost their Leyline, though. So, Violent Outburst. Okay, well. Off we go again. This time for 5. They got an Omniscience again. But they're on 1 card in hand. Oh my god, it was a Violent Up. What? No. What is it? What is it? This is the last one, right? Oh, maybe they play 4. I bet they play 4. There it is. Of course. It couldn't not be. It couldn't not be. Oh my goodness. Doom was on this earlier? Why? Don't feed the trolls, Doom. Devin O'Donnell. You go wash your hands off with soap for touching this nonsense. Last time I played a deck like that was during the Tybalt era, and I regretted acknowledging it. Test of Talents! Someone questioned Test of Talents. We now know. We now know the matchup. We know the matchup. We know exactly what that's for now. Let's go Dauthi Voidwalker? Yeah, for sure we do. Just push the Emrakul. Just push harder. Is Mystical Dispute worth bringing it? Probably. Unholy Heat, not necessary. Nature's Claim is fine. It clears the path for Thoughtseize, maybe. Pithing Needle's unnecessary. Yeah. Land, exile, Simian Spirit Guide, Damnation. Yeah. I mean, they did take my Brainstone instead of a land. They could have just taken lands there. Like, I don't know what they thought they were doing. All right. Oh, was Doom on the version that plays Omnath in it? And like it actually has like a very slow theoretical slow plan to get to? Because that's wild to me that there's a version of that deck that like it's kind of like the Valky blue decks that like people are actually iterating on it to try to make a good version. Yeah. It wasn't good. It's the concept that frightens me. The concept that people are actually trying to put good cards in that deck makes me uncomfortable. Because there may be a mixture of cards that makes that deck better than what it is. It's like Neo Brand. Like every time you play against a Neo Brand player, you're like, you know, if they've actually made changes to this deck, they might crack it. Opponent has mulled to 3. 3. Opponent has conceded from the game. Well, I'm glad we got to play a lot of Magic there. That was excellent. Both teams played hard. Okay, well, what are we doing here? Anyone? Is this a worthwhile hobby? Is Magic the Gathering a good game? I feel like I've been duped. Recommend Doomsday prepping? Probably a very good hobby. Ashiok in for Damnation? No, Damnation can remove some of their larger threats. Like, it actually can kill an Emrakul, right? And Ashiok doesn't really do anything against their deck. They're not searching. Like, Cascade is not a search, so it doesn't actually... Like, all Ashiok is like a bunch of one-shot mill you for 4 and pray that you don't... Like, pray that you lose something relevant. Which I don't really think is the way you wanna play the game here. Hoping to draw Thoughtseize on turn 1 or 2, because I've got Nature's Claim. I mean, Wrenn and Six is not bad for the fair game that I might get to play. Heh heh. I'm assuming if they kept their hand, it means they have turn 3. Because I assume that's what they were looking for last time until they went down to 3 cards. You could mill their bombs. Exactly. Exactly. What was I thinking? So now I can Aether Gust, and then the next turn play Wrenn and Six into... Oh, really? Okay. Just in case I draw discard. I didn't, but it was still worth doing. They hit that land they were looking for. Ardent Plea. Come on, opponent. Come on. Be gone. They put it on the bottom, which means we know for sure now they're not playing the As Foretold version. Before you say anything, yes, I have run into it. You bet your bippy I have. Top of my deck is Thoughtseize. Not useful. I mean, in theory, down the road, but not this turn. All right, deck. We need a good one. That's well, it's not your fault. You tried. You tried. Maybe they'll miss. They did twice last game. Yeah. Here we go. 4. Okay. That's a miss. That's a big miss. They got a 3-2, though. Till end of turn, that is. Thanks for the follow there, Taznel. Tazen L. Taz NL. Excellent. Exactly. So I just put a Damnation on top. I would like to shuffle before I draw, which means I'm not playing the Saga this turn. Oh, right. They have a ley line now. They didn't have it before, but they have it now. So pick this up. What's the other basic in this deck? It's a forest, right? I thought there was a forest. I might be wrong. There's a forest. Okay. So Catacomb. Fetch. Forest. There you are. Bubble. Bubble myself because it's not legal to bubble them. And grab Lurrus, most likely. Blood Crypt on top. Yeah, well. All right, everyone. Let's pretend we have interaction. You wouldn't dare try to combo off again. Yeah, that's probably true. They're going to attack first. Clever girl. Oh, no, they're not. Well, alrighty then. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. I mean, I'm really not, but like, good goddamn. Tybalt's Trickery and Neobrand and just all of the terrible decks in this class. Each more horrific than the last. Misty Rainforest was on top, so I think I'd prefer to fetch before. Yeah. I can get a swamp here. Yeah, but I think that's the point about Ashiok Phoenix is it's just a waste. It's just a waste of a slot. If you could put anything that's even remotely better, then you should. Well, I finally have time to play Urza Saga. Play the cookbook. The cookbook. Is this a concession lockup? Like what? Please salt off in chat, opponent. I'm so excited. I want to see them complain about Urza Saga. That's the only thing I want in the world right now. No, they were just pausing for no good reason. But I was very interested in that pause. I was just like, please tell me they're going to salt off about you playing the card. I was excited. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie to any of you people. I wanted that to happen. It didn't. I'm a little disappointed, and I you know. Dauthi Voidwalker on top. All right. This game is about to get really good for us. Oh, I can draw it now. Yes, I can. All right, Chromatic Star. Chromatic Star getting some more points. Chromatic Star winning more points here than I had anticipated. All right. I see you. I see you, Chromatic Star. Would you like to flip into bombs now? Wait a minute. If they play a Warp World and we Mystical Dispute it, we could then cast the Warp World. I mean, look how many permanents I have. Think about how good my board could be. I hope you're all thinking about it. No, I am. Where's my elephant? Isn't that what we're all thinking? I know I am. It could be anything. It could even be a game win. So Cookbook Wrenn and Six is definitely something in this deck that I didn't... I kind of started poking at the edges of it in the last game. But I think that's definitely one of the core synergies here that you're supposed to hook up. So obviously my bad for kind of burying the lead on it and not getting to it, but I... Oh, I've been there, JK. But yeah, I mean, when you're done, be done. You know? Don't worry about it. There's always tomorrow. There's always the next league. You know? At least this deck can handle the broken combo deck. Yeah, we're playing blue cards. This is what it's exactly what I said. It's exactly what I said. You're playing blue cards. You'll be fine. And like their mulligan in game 2 possibly was partially predicated on their belief that we were going to have answers for their first cascade, so they were trying to keep 2. They Veil here. Mystical Dispute. Thank you. Now I have a Mystical Dispute. Hello. Hello. Oh, wait, we have mana. I can just pay for it, Zach. You can just pay for it. That's why they're conceding. Just pay for the mystical dispute, Zach. What are you doing? Stop it. Oh. Why pay mana when you can pay cards? Exactly. Free real estate, baby. All right. All right. His hand could be anything. Green black food, huh? All right. Woo. Photo. There we go. All right. Well, does he need to smack it? Oh no, that's all good, JK. Take care. Be well. Take care of yourself, mentally and physically. Oh, we get to fetch Ketria Triome now too, which is great. So really want to find Wrenn and Six here. Although, maybe I want to push the Goose. Swamp on top. I definitely don't want to draw that right now. I don't have a second fetch. We probably leave the Goose, because I maybe need to deal with Asmar and Martika Dice in the Kuldakar. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. I do have push, snap, push, but like, probably don't need to waste it on the Goose. I mean, bolt the bird. Always bolt the bird. Why aren't you bolting the bird right now? Well, like, if you learn to do something right, Ghost, it should be natural, right? Like, I don't know if you've ever learned another language, but like, there's the right way to do it, there's a wrong way to do it. And like, learning it piecemeal and never practicing it, and like, I don't know, learning the name was something that fell within my purview, within my skill set very, very comfortably. So they're going to make a construct on the end of my next turn. So I can play my... This is a terrible draw. But I can play my Saga now. I guess I could flash in a Snapcaster for no value. Can shock this, kill this now. Next turn, play Saga. Oh, okay. So yeah, I'm supposed to kill this now. It's fine that I didn't do it earlier. It's not a big deal. I mean, but at this point for me, Ghost, it's like saying Jerry. Like, it's just like, there's a place in my brain where it's just like, this is the name for that thing. This is what it sounds like. Or like certain sentences that you say all the time. Like, especially small talk, right? People autopilot small talk all the time. It's kind of the same deal, right? And it's like, when you get to the point where someone says like, what's the awkward small talk back and forth where it's like, yeah, well, and that's fine too. I mean, that's a totally reasonable thing to do. I just like being the kind of person... I am the kind of person who wants to learn the right way to do it, and then do it, and it's like a cool party trick, right? People are always like, holy crap, you can do the thing. It's like, yeah, I'm one of the people who can do the thing. It's mentally, for me, it's a lot like music, where it's like you learn the right way it is in your head, and then you just make yourself go out. Yeah, just takes practice. It's not hard. Anyone could do it. Do they have Oval Chase? So I guess I don't. I've put myself in a corner now, and I don't have push, but like I needed to because the constructs were going to start taking over the game. Yep. Can I say Ragavan correctly? Well, I don't know. Because I've heard it said multiple different ways, and I don't know which one is correct. Wow, this is really bad. I think we're just dead here. Which I've had to say a lot this league. I mean, I guess I could draw into Damnation like reasonably soon. They've already got the Oval Chase going though, which is a huge pain. I mean, this was even a slow draw for their deck. Like they didn't do anything on the first many turns. Gosh. Like I could grab Lurrus, that's not helpful. And it shuts off my ability to use Saga. But Saga's making me a 1-1 here. I guess if I play my Mox Amber, it's a 2-2. I think we just move on to game 2 here. This is I can't deal with this. Maybe I could have taken the one draw step. I'll check it. I'll check it. I probably shouldn't have scooped that, but I can Pithing Needle Asmo. I mean, I don't see that how that really stops me from just being so dead to this though, right? Like I'm gonna make a 2-2 at best, and then like they're gonna be like 2 4/4s, and they're just gonna eat me alive. Yeah, we were toast there. No, I needed to sandbag the removal for the Asmora, but like then I couldn't. I don't know. That was tough. Lands your opponent control. Okay, so this kills enemy sagas and doesn't touch our own. So that's a big game here. And then with Voidwalker coming in, we probably board out the Drowning Lochs. Although they're okay in this matchup because Asmora and the Construct tokens both have a mana value of 0. This feels like a matchup where we're supposed to be okay, but I'm not actually sure if that's going to work out. I feel like a lot of these cards, a lot of the cards in this deck just like haven't come to us when we needed it. Like we literally never had the Damnation where we needed it, right? Not once. Just kind of crappy. I think we can board out the Drowns because I already have 3 pushes and I don't know, Jig. I mean, they're playing 8, but yeah. Oh, I never answered your earlier question, right? No, I've never been happy to see the Mox Amber in this deck. Not once. I mean, admittedly, we've been losing by like turn 3 or 4 a lot of games. So like there's been a lot of times where there hasn't been time to want or need it. They run 12? What? No. Do they? I thought they just ran Outburst and Shardless. Oh, sure. But I have not seen a lot of people being successful with the 4-color version. Most of the people were on the Teamer version. I mean, as far as been my understanding. Turn 1 Thoughtseize, turn 2 Saga, turn 3 start fetching colors. This does shut off the ability to draw Wrenn and Six on 2. So I think I'm supposed to go Zagoth Triome into Saga. Thoughtseize plus Cookbook on 2. It's probably wrong not to Thoughtseize on 1. Yeah, Ardent Plea. I mean, it doesn't hurt your blue count, so I guess it's fine. Okay. Force of Vigor. Wow. Finale and Trail of Crumbs. Jesus, what a hand. It's all bangers. I mean, I have to take the Force or they're going to strip mine me, right? Although I guess that's probably not actually the way I'm supposed to play this at all. It means I can't play my Cookbook this turn. So take the Trail. The Finale gets them as Mora gets them the Cook. Man, it's brutal. But they've got Goose Trail already. Man. So this will get me Pithing Needle for the Goose, I guess. So take the Finale, play Bobble. They can play Trail of Crumbs and start drawing cards. We'll see. You can also eventually hardcast the Force of Vigor, which doesn't seem good for me. We'll see what they're up to. Taking the Finale here may be incorrect. It's just such a guaranteed, powerful, easy 2-for-1, and like trying to take away their engine of Trail of Crumbs seems a little sus, a little suspicious, a little speculative. Shadow Spear on top. Okay, well. The grind begins. Oh, they're drawing Shadow Spear at a minimum here. Yeah. But they draw Cookbook instead. Yipes. Well, this seems tough. They're not playing anything, so they're just going to Vigor me here. Or maybe make their own construct, which is going to be much bigger than mine. Fetches in response. Okay. Uh-huh. All right, then. It's more than a little unexpected, but I guess... I mean, it was expectedly unexpected. I don't know if that makes any sense. Well, okay. I don't know if I'm just like supposed to mulligan to like turn 2 Wrenn and Six every single game with this deck. Or at least as often as possible. I don't know. This is so freaking hard. I wish the person who played this stream so I don't... Like, 1, I wouldn't have to do this. But 2, I wouldn't have to do it blind. This is just like... unreal. Yeah. I mean, clearly this deck needs to run 1 Oval Chase Daredevil. That's the problem we have. We're missing the 1 of Oval Chase. Okay. That's a good one. So 1 in hand. That one. No, this one. Yeah. One on the bottom. One into exile. All right. I'm gonna get my face beat in next turn, but maybe we can recover after that point. Boop. No more sagas for you. They don't have an oval chase, or they just missed their cookbook activation. Either way, I'm happy. Oof. Although if they still don't have the oval chase, we're okay. They do have this Spellbomb, though. I'm hoping they spend their mana on something this turn so I can get Snapcaster through without them cantripping. Nope. I mean, I'll be able to force the Spellbomb by grabbing Lurrus. Shoot. Oh, man. I need Fatal... Well, I need removal here. 1 mana Stone Rain's pretty good. And again, like, it kills all of their sagas from here on out, which is kind of, like, nuts, like, value-wise. Not, like, especially great, just, like, generally, but, I mean... Certainly not a bad play at all. Let's grab the swamp. Damn. No pushes, no nothing. Could put me to 1 here? No, they could put me to dead here. But then I discard a card, crack a food? Okay. No blocks. You going all in, baby? Oh my god, they found the oval chase. Well, they're not losing cards for it. When they were tapped out, they could still pop the Spellbomb. So I get a 2/1 for 2 mana that, you know, they don't get to draw a card, which is significant. But it's... I'm addicted to value, I guess. If that's an answer you're happy with. I guess. I just didn't want to throw away the potential value. Well then. If I play Lurrus, they'll definitely pop the Spellbomb. So I think I just have to just cast the Damnation here. Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't know if it was correct or not, which part of the reason I'm annoyed about the... I'm not annoyed with you, I'm just annoyed with the question, is because if I asked myself that question seriously, I'd go, I don't know, because you're being dumb. Like, you're probably supposed to just do that and then chump block the next turn. And then this turn, we would have been able to make some of the decisions we made last turn. It's like, you know, we're in a tough spot, and I sort of wanted to plan for the future in a way that I was hoping will pay me off. Yikes! Yep. And they're just holding on to the Spellbomb. Like, they refuse to crack this thing, and it's really, really bad for us. I mean, better late than never, I guess. Yeah, the snap's still relevant. Do they have enough mana they can just cookbook back anything they want now? So, like, I kill this. Play my Lurrus. They exile my grave, or they can't kill my Lurrus in response right now, and they might want to save killing Lurrus until they have. Oh, but they haven't. Well, so I might get an extra card draw here. Nope. Okay, so this means that they've committed in a way where they don't get to exile my Lurrus forever, which is kind of okay. But this is generally bad for us because this Lurrus doesn't get us any value, and they have enough mana here that they just cookbook back the Asmora and then loop for food and then kill me. Or kill my Lurrus. So now we have to draw. Now we have to draw another removal spell. Just because they had the natty draw and the oval chase, they have 8 foods now. So tough sell. Yep, MTGO has sound. It's not great, but I like it. I've explained before, it's not that I think it's good. It's not. Well, I did get to gain 6 life there. That was kind of fun. It may be relevant. Huh. Good figure. So I need to find a piece of removal here. But if I do, Grist on top. Oh, man. Okay. Well, yeah. Sorry. So as I've described before, MTGO sound is not good, and I would never make that claim. But I just like the feedback. It's like, is the sound in 90s Pokemon games good? No, it's 8-bit garbage, you know? I mean, it's good for 8-bit. It's well handled. But the point for me is just to have the feedback. Master Swamps? Oh, Basic Swamp. Oh, you must be from the... I love the Pokemon music. I said the Pokemon sound. I wasn't intending to criticize the music. I meant the sound effects. I like 8-bit music. I've made 8-bit music. The music for the podcast that I do is 8-bit. I've recorded music with a jazz heavy metal band, and I have recorded music. Or I've written music as 8-bit. So don't think that I don't appreciate 8-bit music. I just meant the sound. I don't have anything left. Like, I have to bobble into removal here. Bright side, we have the mana to escape Kroxa. Well, that's good. Thank goodness for that. They have a Grist in their hand, though, and the Oval Chase. And another Oval Chase on top. I mean, they're playing in a way that might let me steal this. Because they know if they have Lurrus... No? No, they don't. Shit. I mean, I can gain another 6. Maybe I can finally hit that removal spell that I've been wanting. But I need, like, a removal spell into Dauthi Voidwalker here. Which is really tough. Oh, and it's basically got to be pushed, right? I mean, it doesn't have to be pushed. It's just push is best. Okay. Well, we're not dead, so that might draw me into something. Are they going to continue not to play the Grist? I guess they played Street Wraith last turn, so I mean, they did commit all their mana to that. That wasn't like necessarily a choice that they made to not. They're looping their foods now. Why? Why now? Oh. Okay. Sure. So, hand, bottom, exile. Play the bauble. Bauble them. Saga on top. Good. It's a dead draw. Kill Asmora. Snap kill Oval Chase. It doesn't get me anywhere, but I still have no lands to pick up with Wrenn and Six, though. I did not. I would love to see the list, because that sounds like something that's right up my alley. I had a feeling they were gonna get into more colors. Just keep going through all the colors. It's like I could Nature's Claim one of their cookbooks here, but like it's just not relevant at the moment. Might need to Nature's Claim one of my own things at this point to stay alive. Drew another Snapcaster Mage. Surprising, but acceptable. I think my Lurrus is just down for the count right now, though. I feel like this deck could really use a Kolaghan's Command. Obviously, one Kolaghan's Command is not, like, a plan. So currently dead to Street Wraith. That doesn't change that. There's a forest for me to fetch, so let's do that. At least I think there is. Oh, no, no, there's not. Well. Grab the Expressive Iteration. You know, the only instant or sorcery in my graveyard. I mean, we found a Damnation. I could put it in my hands. Bottom, Catacomb. Fatal Push and Exile. Push the Daredevil. I can Nature's Claim my own Alpine Moon to stay alive here. You know what? We'll just give our opponent this one. Yes, I could technically stretch this out longer, but I'll just give it to them. Their deck seemed to crush us there pretty brutally. We just can't keep up with all these cookbooks cycling stuff out of their graveyard like that. I mean, I think in theory, if I really wanted to push for this, but then now they have access to their Urza sagas, so I don't know. Although, I was going to draw a replacement Alpine Moon. All right, let's see if we can scrape out a 2-3. And let's take a look at this Doom deck. Yeah, I mean, it certainly looks like it could be quite good. I like all the things that are in it. It's like the blue-black version splashing green for Gilded Goose and Finale of Devastation. Yeah, seems like it could be very good.
Compadres, it is imperative that we crush the freedom fighters
before
the start of the rainy season.
Tim.
And remember, a shiny new donkey for whoever brings me the head of Colonel Montoya.
Yeah, Simic Kitchen seems Seems fine. Given that it's playing actual black cards in it, this is Sultai. Because you are planning to cast your Asmora and Omarda Kadaisina Kulda cards, I assume. So you're definitely playing black. Doesn't look like the deck's playing red, so. Salty Kitchen. We're on the draw? Yeah. All right. See if we can scoop out a 2-3 with this one. Yeah, I mean, but it's not. You don't get to do that. You can't have Asmora in your deck and be like, yeah, we're not really playing black. You're a 3-color deck. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. It's not a bad thing. It's just, you know. Doomwake disagrees. That's fine. He can disagree with whatever he wants. He can be wrong. Not going to agree with most of Saffron Olive's pronunciation of things just because he calls himself a language rebel. I can't, it doesn't get you points with me. Doesn't look like I'm taking extra turns. I'm not. Not today. We'll get back to the turns, don't worry. Objection sustained. Ah! If I hear objection sustained one more time, I'm going to scream. Objection sustained. Sorry, objection sustained. Ah! Counterspell this, nerd. Counterspell. Ah, shit. Damn, they did it. I never planned for this eventuality. Or did I? No land, eh? Alright. Alright. I don't have an untapped land for next turn, but like... Top deck my Lurrus. I'm assuming they kept their hand for a reason. Maybe it's because they were hoping to draw the land, but as long as I'm hitting land drops, I don't need to expose any relevant spells. And then we'll probably end up playing Iteration into their open mana and then be able to follow up with a Wrenn and Six. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Which is good. Goes to discard. They haven't done it yet. Ah. Oh. I guess my opponent gets to be the one who's disappointed today. Prediction time. Got double Wrenn and Six this turn. I like it. Wrenn and Six. Counterspell. All right. How about Wrenn and Six? Oh. Is it? Counterspell. All right. What about Wrenn and Six? Anyone? Anyone like a Wrenn and Six? Can I get a bid on Wrenn and Six? Forced to engage. I'm kind of ready for it. Yep. Thank God. I mean, I didn't need it there, but like, I'm really happy to have it. Really happy to resolve that. I love Wrenn and Six against control decks. It is the best. The best. I am. Yes, I will be, Shadow. I will be. I'm planning on it. I mean, I can't imagine this match goes so long that it makes me not want to do that. Seacrow. Oh, they must be on one of the Urza Blade lists. Yeah. Oh, yeah. All right, you got me. Hey, remember when you countered my other Wrenn and Sixes? Yeah, they went to my graveyard, which I don't know if you're aware of, but my kitty likes to play in the sandbox. We're doing it! It's working! Guys, the deck's working. We're doing stuff. My opponents stalled on lands forever, but we're getting to do stuff. It's so good. Terminus my board, opponent. I dares you. I dare you. Do it. This deck? I don't know anyone who thought that, Shadow. Ooh. Goodbye, Lurrus. Yeah, he's gone. Back to the shadows. Back from whence he came. Well, that's unfortunate. Let's draw Saga. Yeah, I don't know anyone who's saw this deck and was like, oh, this is the one. This is the one that proves that card's not okay. I remember more griping about the blue-white control deck on the first weekend of challenges. More people I certainly remember were kind of. Thanks, Nirvana. It was a long one and it got a little rambly at points. I hope that wasn't a problem for anyone. So hand, bottom, exile, play the land, and make a ping. Grief, Ephemerated, Kataki, Brutal. Yeah, I mean it seems to have become or not become, but like what I guess would happen is someone shared the deck, and then the people at your LGS were like, "That is broken. That's the thing. We'll hang our hat on this being the broken thing." It's like, no, it's not. One person who seems to be a complete savant with these lists has made 5-0s with them. Nobody else is playing this deck. 5-0s are not a great indicator of. Isn't that Daikon? Cabbage. That is the cabbage, right? Daikon? I think so. Let's brainstorm. Powerful magic. Yes, please. Yeah, I like a lot of podcasts. I'm sorry, I like long podcasts of the podcasts that I like. Like, if I like your podcast, record long episodes. I don't mind. It's never going to be a problem for me. I'm never going to be like, 4 hours. Be like, oh, sweet. My next 3 runs are covered. How have the matches been? Mostly good. This deck has been a trip. Do I not snap iteration here? How much blue do I have? This has to be red, blue, 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 blue. Okay, so I have enough. Well, if you're tired of Urza Saga P-South player, boy, can I recommend a deck for you to play. Velomachus Lorehold, my friend. Velomachus don't give a shit about Urza Saga. You just crush those decks. You know, crush them, but it's generally a very good match. Okay, so this is the card I was looking for. To go hand, bottom, exile, Thoughtseizia. I mean, it's just something that made Amulet Titan even better, Boomer, and that just isn't necessary. Did Amulet Titan need to be better? It didn't. I'm not saying it's too good. I'm just saying it doesn't need to be better. Like, when a deck that's already a top tier deck gets an improvement to its power and consistency, it doesn't need to be that big. I don't think it's busted. I'm just saying it's just one of those things where it's like, on top of Saga doing all the other things it's doing, it made a deck that, you know, already a good number of people probably don't love better. So maybe I was supposed to keep one of those extra Sagas because it would work well with this one. I can stockpile lands in my hand for the eventual cookbook I'm going to grab. Although I'll play one more. And then, do I need to needle anything? No, not really. Oh, yeah, I get you, Boomer. I get you. Sorry. Yeah. Are we in garbage time? I don't know. They're not conceding, so I guess not. They must have something. EOT Spell Queller? Archmage's Charm. Yeah, I would really prefer that you didn't, though. When do we stop hating on Tron and start hating Amulet? I mean, I've been on that train for a long time. And again, I don't hate any of those decks. I find Amulet more obnoxious than I find Tron by the most part. Garbage time. Play all of your counters and make them discard their good cards. Garbage time. I mean, yeah, again, I don't hate Amulet. I hate playing against Amulet because they can turn to you and they have a good grindy game plan. And I just find that obnoxious. Like it's just too good. It's just because it's a very top tier deck. That's the real frustration. Also, I tapped my Saga and I shouldn't have done. It's fine. I punted. Yeah, I don't hate it. I don't hate Tron. I don't hate any decks in Modern. I definitely don't hate Dredge. Like they're fine. They're all just part of. They're all part of the metagame. You know. Oh, so you're a self-hating Tron or Amulet player. It's okay. It's good to love both sides. I feel like T-West is a card that makes Amulet the most miserable to play against. I would go with Dryad. Dryad really drives me crazy. Dryad drives me up the wall. I can't deal with Dryad. It just really... Card shouldn't have been... Well, could it at least have been a 2/3? I mean, I don't mind it in the abstract. But why does it have 4 toughness for 3 mana? It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. And like it gives them these like random burnout wins that like Amulet never had that before. Dies to Nature's Claim. Unplayable. Do I not like sexy green men? No, I like sexy green men. Just not that one, you know? Don't like the way he looks at me. Undressing me with his eyes. Do I have lethal? No, not even close. We can get closer. We did it! Our opponent missed all their land drops, played like 2-3 relevant spells. Seen the new secret lair art for Dryad? No, I have not. They managed to exile my Lurrus. Why didn't I lose? My companion died forever. Mr. Nimbus. Yes, yes. Yes. Which I just watched last night, and I thought it was a little bit... I thought the episode was slightly lackluster. It felt like Rick and Morty finally hit the point where they're retreading old ground a little bit. I'm hoping the rest of the season is a bit more inspired. Or maybe it's just one of the weakest episodes in the season. That's also possible. All right, so they're definitely on Stoneforge, so I think I need to keep my fatal pushes. Heat is maybe unnecessary. No, this hits Planeswalkers. Claim is fine. Well, all right. What do I want here? Not much, huh? I guess Veil, because they're actually playing like Counterspell. That's probably it. I mean, I could bring in Voidwalker, but no, I don't think so. How late do I think I'll be streaming? If I had to guess, the Lantern League is probably going to run close to 1 to 1:30 a.m. Let's see. Yeah, so probably like another 2.5, 3 hours. Not late enough. Well, I'm not like crazy, perfect, glorious gift to the universe degen like you, Phoenix, where I can just stay up for infinite hours all the time. I don't know how people do that. I've known a good number of people who do that, and I can never understand it. Damnation is probably actually not that good here. But maybe about the Test of Talents. Test of Talents, baby! You work till 10 p.m. every day? I worked at a restaurant where I worked until midnight or 1 or 2 in the morning sometimes. No, I get it, but but you still seem to be able to go, like, you would get on after Freak and stream. And like, I guess maybe when you're saying your schedule's flipped, you mean like fully flipped? Like you're a person who lives like no, because that's only second shift, right? You work till 10 p.m. Yeah, that's not like, it's not like you worked a graveyard shift. Because like most people I know that do a shift like you do and a shift like I do, just until 4 or 5. Yeah, like, I don't know. I feel like that's not... I don't know. I feel like a lot of people who work until 10 p.m. will still go to bed by like 1 or like even midnight some nights. But that's not everyone. I mean, some people do the sort of, yeah, the 9 to 5 shifted by 8 hours, which I guess is what you do. I don't know. It's just not quite usual. Can I keep this? Yeah, we can keep this. It's not great, but we keep this. Oh, hey, I'm not criticizing you for the... I just was noticing that you were one of those people who was up like until all hours. They mull to 5. I think we got our 2-3. Which I guess I'll take. They've mulled like crazy both games. It's kind of nuts. That's a really good draw. Because they mulled so low, I think I'm not going to give them any cards off of this. And then that also has the upside if they have turn 2 Stoneforge, I can also deal with that instead if I have to. Second Esper Sentinel. Okay, that one I can't deal with. So we'll kill the 1 and then vomit a bunch of baubles into this. They kept a 1-lander. They get the 2-lander last game and a 1-lander this game. Seems very suspicious for their Jace the Mind Sculptor deck. Oh, well. I guess we could just draw the nuts. Am I supposed to jam the Wrenn and Six here and let them draw 2 cards because it's better to just get that through? Because they're gonna draw one card if I Unholy Heat anyway. I guess they have Pact of Negation though. But like, if they're gonna draw it, they're gonna draw it. I mean, there's nothing I can do. Or if they already have it. Results? Yep. All right. King. Oh, sorry. Force negation. Force negation. Yeah. Force negation. Well, maybe they're playing Angel's Grace. You don't know. Don't tell them how to live their life. You don't know. You find the land. Seeming like no. Yeah, I get Pact versus Force negation wrong all the time. I in paper I know a person who's a big ad nauseum player, and so I've just had a lot of years of practice playing Modern where Pact of Negation was a card, and Force of Negation, of course, was not. Second Esper Sentinel again. Okay. Well, thank you for the follow there, Leo Zera. The drawing Cauldra complete. That is very much not a land. Good gravy. My poor opponent. My poor opponent. So play Saga. Pick up land. I feel like I'm just taunting them with the Wrenn and Six land drops here. Pact of Will when. Draw a fetch and you needled it. I mean, it still could happen. That's not out of the question. Needle unflooded. I mean, they just conceded there, so. Opponent draws several more cards when the game ends. Not surprised to see that. All right, so CharlietheBananaKing's BURG deck. I think the versions with white were probably better. You get a lot of similar tools, but I mean, I still love this deck after having played it. It was as difficult to figure out as I thought it would be. Multiple decks with Urza Saga against us just ran us over. So we can't keep up with those really at all. Unless we very judiciously use things in the early game like Nature's Claim and stuff. But like, we had no out for our opponent just having like Cookbook Oval Chase. And like, they draw one Cookbook, then they draw the Asmora, which gets them the second Cookbook. And it's just like really hard to keep up with that when our deck is much more sort of ponderous. Multiple times we had some of our one-ofs just get exiled in game ones by things like Prismatic Ending. So that was tough. I don't know. I mean, I love this deck. Getting the right lands in this deck is like using a web to figure out a conspiracy. Yeah, I get that vibe. I know what you mean. I mean, yeah. It's just very finicky, and again, I really like it. But I don't know how much I can actually put up with playing this because it's very, very difficult. If CharlietheBananaKing sees this video, please comment. Please find a way to stream this deck so that people can see you doing whatever it is that you do to make this work, because it's awesome. I mean, it's just amazing. It's so cool that you can 5-0 with this in multiple forms over and over again. The sequencing is obviously a big deal. The Mox Amber is just crazy to me. Brewer's gonna brew, keep on brewing. That's 2 main deck claims. 2. Yeah. And I just don't, I'm not, I mean, it's amazing, but yeah, I couldn't navigate this. And I mean, maybe in this league though, maybe our opponents really did, have a good draw that just crushed us. I don't know. I can't really comment on how that went because it's hard to tell with one league if that was a normal set of draws for us. Anyway, if you're in the future watching this video on the YouTube and you like what I just did there, or you just thought it was hilarious, or whatever you thought of it, hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, check out any other videos you are interested in, and if you really want to see the version of this deck with whites, leave a comment on this because I don't know.